Hello, welcome back to the little Welsh cottage. Well, we've got a few days of very nice sunshine, but we have had a spot of rain, which has been very good for the garden. And talking about the garden, that's where I'm going now. My London friend is in town for a few days, and we're going to do miracles on the homestead. So, London friend, who loves a bit of digging, has started doing that while I'm over here in the corner, and I'm going to clean this area so that we can take down the panels. It's going to be a busy day on the homestead. So I've got some gifts for the homestead. These are the Cinderella type pumpkins. Now they've been in a van for 5 hours, so they're having a good drink, but they will soon perk up. Well, we haven't had rain for 6 weeks, and you can tell, look at how dry that is. Slightly tough on the hands to turn over. It's blistering work. And then over here, this section's now cleared. Now it's time to get the fence. But look how beautiful this river is. If we've got our shorts, we might be having a dip in the waters. There we go. Beyond the hedge. Just watch the rhubarb as you walk across. Straight. Well, it's 1 o'clock now. Warmest part of the day. I'm afraid to even look at what the thermometer is. I am guessing it is around about 24 degrees. Let's go and have a look. Come on. No point guessing when you've got the facility to give you the facts. Ooh. 26 in the shade. So out here must be about 28. Whew, who needs to go abroad? My Tenerife hat's out. Right, so London friend's done a bit of digging and it looks beautiful. Thank you very much. And I've taken the fence down. And he did suggest, why just leave it open? Nobody's going to, you know, come in. And I said, no, I think we need a fence there just to stop bits of plastic flying out. So that's what we're going to do in this heat. Look at all these dandelion seedlings, and this isn't from my plot. They are blowing in from the river. That's why I think it's a bit of a fool's errand to waste your time trying to get them out. But yes, stood here, that does look nice. It's like a bit of a ha-ha, as the Victorians used to say, where you use the extended landscape to be part of your garden. But I do love a picket fence. So when the first trench is dug, you put all the soil into a wheelbarrow or into a container. And then when you take out the second trench, you turn that soil over, putting it into the first trench. And you continue doing that all the way along. And then you find, when you get to the edge, you then have a trench with no soil in. So you take the soil from the wheelbarrow and you put it into the new trench. But if you were to continue and just finish the next strip, then you wouldn't put the wheelbarrow compost in just yet. You will continue turning over, and then you'll get to the edge and you'll have a trench with no soil. And then that is when you put the last. That's when you put the first trench into the last trench, which is in the wheelbarrow. Did you get that? Now, if you haven't got a fridge on your bit of land, but you want a cold little drink or maybe a cold beer for the end of the day, whatever your tipple is, you can come down to the creek and put your said drinks into the water so that they're nice and cool at the end of the day. And then you bring your Dutcher and you sit and enjoy the breeze as the river meanders past you. There's beautiful. That's better. These tulips, I didn't think I was going to like them, but I absolutely adore them, and I think I'll get some more next year. Oh, I've just noticed something. Look at that. Can you see it? A mole. I'm assuming it's dead. Just died. I also love these tulips here. The colour is stunning, and it slightly becomes lighter the older they get. It looks like there are some potatoes I must have mislaid, because they've turned into new plants. But this is where my runner beans will go, so I will take them out when I come to plant the runner beans. Now, we were so busy the other day, I forgot to film the finished results. So this is the fence. What do you think to it? Regarding colours, I'm unsure yet, other than these posts will be painted black in order to match the balls on top. But we moved the bench over because it was a bit too hot on the day that we did this, and I actually quite like it being there now. And I didn't realise how much space is actually in this part of the garden. It's quite an expanse. So let me just step back for you to see the finished product. There's just two more pieces to go in, But I need to take my time here because it is very much on the edge of the water. The bank has fallen in over time. But also in time, when the new cabin is built during the winter, this section here is going to be the bit on the concrete where we sit and look over to the water. So I'm thinking these two panels in time, I will get a quarter size and put it there so we'll be able to see over the top of them. But the whole idea of a fence is just to stop any bits of plastic bags flying out of the space here. So here we have it. What do you think? I think it looks rather nice. And thank you very much to London Friend for coming to help. He is an expert fencer. And he loves digging, does that lad? Couldn't stop him. He even brought his own spade. He also brought some pumpkin plants. Now he's put them there, but one or two of them I'm actually going to move and put them down by the fence so they can trail down the fence, because I need a bit of this section for the potatoes. That was always the plan. But that is the view across to the new fence. So maybe a green colour for it to blend in, or maybe a blue. But like I said, the posts will be black. The water tank, that is going to the guy next door because it's his. So that will disappear in time. There is also an absolutely beautiful smell on this Rhapsody in Blue. Got quite a few buds on this bush here. There's another one. Look at it, absolutely stunning. There's something fishy going on here. First there was a dead mole, and now this. The hole in this pot was not there this time yesterday. Everything else seems fine. Something is afoot. Is that the markings of a foot, I wonder? The grape is doing really well as well. Really shot up in the last few weeks. I was a bit dubious about it, but it's doing really well. Also, the pears are starting to put on a bit of weight. And beautiful it is to see too. Give the sweet corn a bit of a wetting, although the weather feels like it's going to rain this evening. It is feeling very close, as they say, and the temperature's just dropped, and that cloud is not looking too friendly, but it would be good if we had some rain, a good shower of it. Although the problem with that is then the slugs will come out. See, look how beautiful those flowers are. Quite a few of my sunflowers have come out. All that side's come out. Ah, that's calendula. That's why. I can just read the label now. Sunflowers to the right, calendula to the left. Well, this is how the bathroom looks. And this is how the bathroom floor looks. It has been industrial cleaned. Cleaned within an inch of its life. And I've got a new carpet because the last one had to be thrown out because of the sewerage that filled this room up. Also, in here has been cleaned within an inch of its life. That's the next task. Sort out that bit of damp that came when this room got flooded. So I just want to thank Louise of Bell Cleaning Services, who came and spent a long time getting the place ship-shape with a nice fragrance for the nostrils. It's very nice to be back to some normality. But then, disaster struck. My beloved mug fell into 1,000 pieces. But never mind, Amazon the fairy came to the rescue and I've got another one. Because I quite like this one, but I know now it doesn't have a lot of strength. So I need to be careful with it. Right, I'm just about to make Sunday lunch. I have collected a large amount of tea leaves. And I'm not quite sure what to do with them, other than use them in the garden, throw them in the compost. I wonder if you can use them for stopping the slugs and snails. I've also had some plants turn up. Ta-da. These need to be put into pots. And these are called what it says on screen. So that's a little task to do today. I'm going to do that while I'm waiting for my food. I think it's going to rain. I have bought my brush to clean this window. So I need to work out, because I thought I'd bought a brush that had a hose pipe in, but I don't. It's just a brush on a stick. So I need to decide, am I approaching it from the garden or approaching it from the bedroom? If I approach it from the garden, there's an opportunity of falling off the wall. If I do it from the bedroom, there's an opportunity of falling on the roof. So I'm undecided. So I'm hoping the rain will come. Maybe I'll get out the window and just squirt some washing up liquid. Right. I have also been sent a book. So thank you very much to you who does not want to be mentioned. That's the book. So I'm going to give it a read. Happy diet book. I'm not looking for a diet. I'm just looking for some recipes for things that I can make. Boiled eggs with asparagus and bacon. The problem with these type of books is, and I'll tell you for why. Have you got time in the morning to go to that much effort to wrap your bacon around your asparagus? I haven't. Seeded crackers with smoked salmon and avocado. It's just a bit too fancy for me. I'll probably stick with Greek yogurt with berry, nuts and seeds. You can throw that together in 5 minutes and you're happy as Larry, whoever he was. Poached cherries. Who's going to poach a cherry at 4:30 in the morning? Cauliflower hash browns with goat cheese, crispy bacon and tomatoes. I don't like bacon. I like bacon, but I don't like tomatoes and I don't like cheese. So that is just crispy bacon with cauliflower. Well, what sort of a meal is that to go to work with? Say, crab and saffron frittata. Oh, just give me a boiled egg. It's easier. Cup of tea. So there's something in the air. I can feel it. Look at this, a tap that doesn't drip. What is the world coming to, I ask you? I'm thinking about buying, not this month because I'm spent out with that trip to Dorset. I'm thinking about buying more of these shirts because I quite like them. I bought 2 of the same colour, so it might look as if I've had the same one on all week, but that is not the case. Plus I've got a washing machine, so I washed one of them during the week. So I'm thinking about buying some more colours. What colours do you think would suit? Right, it's that thing of I want food but I can't be bothered to cook it. 2 pints of milk, one is for the Homestead. Saying that, when I moved in here, I had not a little brown doll. No, what's the song? A little brown ball. No, I had a little red fridge, and I can't find it. But if I could find it, I could take that down to the Homestead, pop it in the electric. Oh yes, the rent is due for the Homestead as well, so I need to pay that this week. £150 for my patch of land, and obviously if I ever had that second half it would be 300 for the lot. But I've been told that the guy is going to keep it on for another year, which to be honest might actually work out the best thing, because he'll give me this year to concentrate, because I've only had it for a year. It's hard to believe, it feels like 2. I've only had it for a year, and I only really started it in September of last year, once he removed all the buildings. And there's no point to keep going on about this is liquid sugar. If you force me to give up tea, well, you can give me a rope now and I'll get the job done. So whatever happens, there'll always be a good old cup of tea on the go, preferably in a mug. There you go. The more bubbles you have on top, the more money is going to come to you. That's the old wives say. These old wives, they had a lot of sayings, but they were still poor, so maybe they didn't work. Right. Let's make a start anyway by putting the oven on. I need to sit down now on my new sofa. Now obviously it's not a very large sofa, and 2 people might get very cosy very quickly, but I like it, and it stops me from lying down all day, because I'm finding my back is fine, but if I lie down in the day it does tend to come back. These are good as well. I'll put one behind my back. So yes, it may be small, but it is very soft. I was sat here without a top on just now, and it was very sensual on the skin. And before anybody asks, it is not going against the wall. It is going here so I can feel the warmth of the fire, because these nights are still getting a bit chilly. And I found having it over there, it took an age for the heat to get across the room. And if I put the radiators on, then the radiators are on in the whole house. Because there's one radiator upstairs that doesn't have any gubbins on, and I'm not spending my life going around switching them on, then going around switching them off. So I'll just make do with my little fake coal fire. Can't beat a good old cup of tea on a Sunday night.